Yeah, I was just reminiscing about somebody when when that unit of self-aware energy communicates with us, I acknowledge that his face is not on the screen in the mirror. You can't see his face in the mirror. Um, but I just wanted to share some what I've experienced, particularly over the last few days, but particularly today because of what I see in the sky. And when your vision is fully restored because you're running full spectrum sensing across the entire 15D DH12 primal sound and light field, experiencing the primal sound and light field in my heart, my sacred heart encryption, elemental union, increasing the strength of our light shield, using the power of our heart, the inner child of light. Kamaloa Tiaya. And so I was outside more today than I have been in the past. Tomorrow's May Day, Maya Day, Mane, Maya, ManU Aya, Day 15. That's why it's not a coincidence that they decided to schedule as a water table, a mathematical schedule of mathematical communication of electrical codes as nodes, terminals. I know, Terminator, Rise of the Judgment Day and all that. So their judges are going to sit in judgment and hear arguments, and then they're going to rendering, like in resonant, the radio frequency reply in the electrical codes of that language, how they're going to interpret and translate the arguments between one and another, and what decision will be rendered, right? And so it's not a mathematical coincidence that it's on May Day. ManU, Maya, Mane. I know. So today I was strengthening the shield quite often, actually. And I do a mantra. Sometimes I don't say a word. I just communicate directly through my heart, which is pure, eternal, absolute love, to strengthen the shield, to strengthen the field, particularly here where I'm at, right? And so today was a busy day. I was busy, like the busy signal, the operator, call the main operator, call the main switchboard, the cord, the silver sanctum, a golden gate operator, a silver and gold mated operator. Heart support is tech support to increase the strength of our heart, our inner power, the inner throne. And so by the afternoon, Hawaiian time, I was experiencing an enormous amount of resistance in my lower back. So I thought, okay, Mama, what do you want? How do you want to do this? You want to go take a salt bath with eucalyptus and some of this? And what else did we put in there, Mama? About a cup and a half of 20 miltine borax. Stir it up like you're stirring a pot, stirring up a brew, to the right, the electric to the right. Increase the speed and open the gates, right? And boom it out. Boom it out. So I took a bath and used that stone to get rid of the exposure of dirty electricity, shadow body electricity, dirty electricity, contamination, right? Exposure. And now we're back to burn time. The speed of recovering. Perfect balance, golden fire balance. Ah, yeah, Mama. Take a deep breath. Hollow, halo, echo, clean. Spiritual hygiene, our inner fire, our inner spirit. And so that helps. That helped. And I feel lighter. Lighter. And so I wanted to share that, particularly because when I experience that, they want to increase the compression. That's what they do. They want to increase the compression and then misfire neurons, neurological communication of our breathing system. So the timing is off. And if the timing is off, then the mathematical factoring of 4 gated Ys is offset. Because we're not experiencing being perfectly balanced with 4 gated Ys, 90 on the vertical, 90 on the horizontal. So we're always spinning more of what we are, which is more electrical power, increase the velocity and the increase in the voltage. Right? And so that's what we're doing together. We're all one. Oneness is kindness. The kind. They used to, when I went over to Kauai back in the early 1972, I guess it was, I don't keep track. I just know I was there. I can pull a picture up and I know what I experienced and I can share it with all of you. The power that I felt in my heart when the acceleration, the thrust, nearly knocked me off my feet and pulling the still point of a true vacuum. The ShaA. Spinning our way back home, spinning our way back home, spinning our way back home, spinning our way back home. Burn it off, burn it off, burn it off, burn it off. Right? Burn off those goo codes. The eternal catalyst is pure, eternal, absolute love. That's what pulls us all together to experience being one, breathing as one. Now we're all experiencing being at home again. So we're all being called home. It's over, it's done. The one that knows is the one I am. So that's how I know. And so I just wanted to share that this evening because I'm happy. Today I went out and I felt more spontaneous than I had in previous days to just start singing songs all over the place that were different, that are all different. And saying the tones in different ways, but singing and dancing in spirit, form, and flow. First water, rainbows, the echoes of rainbows. The echo, ShaA, first water, Ita Urshalaya. Silent running, run deep, right to the core, right to the absolute eternal core. And so it's an eternal gift, which is an eternal blessing to experience what I am. So I share what I am with all life. All life is eternally sacred. In the eye of the first camera eye. The first camera eye function. What is the function of a camera? See what you're doing. You got to know where you're going with a compass. I know. Navigation school. I know. So anyway, I wanted to share. I took a bath, getting cleaned up, feeling better tones, and the things that you can do, to restore your speed and your recovery. And so I've shared a lot about what I experienced in Alcoholics Anonymous. I even thought about, I try and limit the amount of time that I spend on the phone as much as I can. But I thought, well, maybe it might not be a bad idea to pull up, get a copy of the Alcoholics Anonymous version of the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions and start holding short little lesson plans, just sharing. Because of the time that I spent in those recovery rooms, the trauma center, and share what I learned in translating from that book, how we apply it, how the mathematics of electrical communication apply to recovery and restoring full power. Right? It works. Chapter 5 is titled How It Works. So you're informed of how it works. So that's information. Mathematical electrical communication information. How it works, how water works. Fire and water. Ita Urshalaya. Fire and ice. Krystal River prayer. Krystal River Uroreaya. Ita Urshalaya. And so I thought maybe doing some of that work, because that's what step 12 is. Step 12, if you've ever read step 12, is now that I have recovered, we do step 12 calls. So for example, if you're an alcoholic or a drug addict and you're seeking recovery, you can call a local office of the Alcoholics Anonymous and say, I would like to have a sponsor, somebody who's willing to work with me one-on-one. Do you have a sponsor that is available? When a sponsor calls you, that's called a 12-step call. Now they're going to share with you and be patient till the cows come home to work with you. Whatever it takes. And help guide you like a spirit guide. How to recover your power, your inner throne. The silver power, the silver and gold made in one. Keep it simple. 4 gated wise. 9 down the vertical and 9 down the horizontal. A perfect cross, a sphere, a sun, service providers, and restoring yourself to experience being a service provider again. And love and service to others. That's what a 12-step call is. 2 becomes 1, 1 becomes all. 3. Mama's 3 spheres logos. The mother arc. Air sign. Have a beautiful night. Have a beautiful radiation day. May Day. Mana Maya. Kira ShaA. Salukaleaya. Ita Ushaleaya. To all of you. The Unicide. Yana ya ya.